Giganotosaurus Rex, the ultimate Terminator. 6 tons of bone-crunching bad dreams. The undisputed king of the dinosaurs. There has never been a serious challenger to...
Until now. Tyrannosaurus Rex, king of the tyrant lizards, and its challenger, Giganotosaurus. The clash of the titans, 2 heavyweight prize fighters side by side for the first time. At the Philadelphia Academy of Natural Sciences, Peter Dodson supervises the weigh-in.
In the red corner, the champion from North America, Tyrannosaurus Rex, 40 feet in length, 10 feet high at the hips, 6 tons in weight, the tyrant lizard king. In the blue corner, the challenger from South America, making its first appearance in 100 million years, 41 feet in length, 10 feet in height, 7 tons in weight, Giganotosaurus, the giant reptile from the south.
2 killer dinosaurs. They lived millions of years apart, on 2 different continents, but they were the 2 greatest predators of all time. New discoveries are bringing them back to life. But which was the king of the killer dinosaurs? T-Rex specimens have been found only in North America, and only in the Hell Creek Formation dating back 65 million years. The Hell Creek runs from Alberta in Canada in the north to Denver, Colorado in the south.
Source of T-Rex's enduring charm? 7 tons of carnivorous fury, a head the size of a meat locker on a body bigger than a school bus, dagger teeth as long as railroad spikes, capable of ripping off 500 pounds of flesh in a single bite, a mouthful of slashing teeth.
These teeth are sharp, very flat and very sharp. So they work just like knives, just like we use knife for when we are eating a steak. So at the same time, these teeth are very weak. They are not strong. They're not as strong like Tyrannosaurus Rex teeth.
What we're seeing in Giganotosaurus is a mechanism for the animal to come in, basically take a big gouge out of the side of the prey by slicing with its teeth into the side of the flesh, avoiding the bone, and then moving back as fast as it can so that it avoids getting hit or turned on by the animal that it's going after, and then basically waiting to see the effects and then coming in again and again until its prey weakens and falls.
35 million years later, T-Rex was a very different animal. Just as big, perhaps, but with a narrower frame, smaller front limbs, and more robust jaws. With this different body came new weapons, teeth of a very different design.
T-Rex teeth, unlike any other meat eater's teeth, are huge, swollen, armor-piercing spikes, not blades. They're not knives. These are armor-piercing bullets for cracking and crushing. All of the other giant meat eaters, all of them, have teeth that are much sharper in the front and back, much thinner side to side. Good for slicing, but if they hit a bone, they just break, they'd snap.
It was T-Rex's massive head and jaw muscles which made it a powerful predator.
Tyrannosaurus rex has the most incredible bite and biting power of any dinosaur that has yet been found. He's got some 6 and 8 inch long teeth that poke out of the jaws. Now these teeth are shaped quite similar to a knife, but rather than being flat like a knife, they're shaped round like the end of this pick. This gives Tyrannosaurus rex the ability to not only just cut through meat, but also to be able to punch through bone.
The bite force of alligators, fearsome killers near water, is around 6,000 newtons. The lion, known as the king of the savannah, has a bite force of 4,000 newtons.
T-Rex was about to meet its match in Argentina. The ultimate challenger to T-Rex was trained in the vastness of Patagonia and was named Giganotosaurus, the giant reptile of the south. It comes from the same stable of fighters as its sparring partner, the shark-toothed killer from Africa. 150 million years ago, South America and Africa were still joined, and the ancestors of the two heavyweights were free to roam across the continents. Scientists had believed that South America split off from Africa about 130 million years ago. But these two shark-toothed challengers, both 95 million years old, were so closely related that scientists now believe that Africa and South America could only have split apart at about that time. At the Carmen Funes Museum in Patagonia, Rodolfo Coria is no stranger to the world of giants. He led the team that excavated Giganotosaurus. Today, they are setting out early, and with some excitement. They have found another giant. Argentina is fast becoming the Texas of the paleo world. Everything seems bigger there. When Coria and his team first unearthed Giganotosaurus, the fossil bones were huge. When they reached the end of its shin bone, they realized that it was not only the biggest meat eater known in South America, it was the biggest carnivore in the world.
It was really exciting because, you know, it doesn't happen every time to find the records in dinosaurs.
But the specimen Coria is excavating today is even bigger, establishing that their first find was not a freak. Like its African cousin, Giganotosaurus's teeth are distinctly different from the bone-crunching, rounder teeth of T-Rex.
The teeth are very sharp in the edges, but
at the same time are very narrow. They look like shark teeth.
Giganotosaurus's eyesight was not as sharp as T-Rex. Its eyes were in the side of its head. As a hunter, it would be poor at judging distance, having to bob and weave its head up and down and side to side to pick out its prey against a background. Giganotosaurus hunted very large prey, plant-eating giants many times its own size. In the red corner, representing North America, champion killer of the prehistoric world, the tyrant lizard king. In the blue corner, the challenger from South America, Giganotosaurus, the giant reptile of the South. A pre-fight assessment from the experts.
The smart money's definitely on the reigning champion. He's got a brain size twice the size of his opponents. He's able to think faster on his feet, check out his opponent's moves.
Paleontologist Ted Deichler has been following Giganotosaurus, the giant.
The truth is, the giant's a bit of an unknown quantity. Only one skeleton has ever been found, and no one's had a good look at him in a fight. But judging by the looks of him, I'd say he's a bruiser, a slugger.
T-Rex and Giganotosaurus evolved on different continents at different times and hunted different prey. Giganotosaurus took on animals several times his size, while T-Rex preyed on animals smaller than he was.
T-Rex likes to go in for a quick kill, rather like a lion does today. A slashing of jaws, a ripping of flesh, a crunching of bone.
The word is that the giant packs his prey quickly and violently, and backs off to survey the damage. He may follow his prey like the Komodo dragon today, waiting for the animal to weaken and attacking again.
And like the Komodo dragon, the giant's mouth was a toxic breeding ground for virulent bacteria.
Judging by the bad breath, infection could be a problem after the bite.
Who won the Rumble in the Jungle? With its superior brain, eyesight, and agility, T-Rex would have made mincemeat out of his South American challenger. Today, T-Rex remains the undefeated heavyweight champ.